Have you ever looked at a room in your house and thought, something's missing, but you don't really know what it is? You've bought the furniture, you've painted the walls, but it still just kind of feels a little flat. Today, I'm taking my years of decorating experience and breaking it down into a simple, beginner-friendly guide for you. No expensive renovations, more cozy, more intentional, and more 2026. The Soulful Home 2026 checklist, if you will. The guide to high-end vibes on a budget, of course. Let's get right into it. I am super excited that you clicked on this video. It tells me that you got questions. And I am even more excited that I might have some tips to help you. Some you might already know, but others you might not even have considered. Let's get right into it. Have you ever walked into a room and something just felt a bit off? Maybe it feels a bit cold, maybe a bit cluttered, or just like a page out of a generic catalog. Well, you're not alone. Most people decorate for their eyes, but in 2026, we are decorating for the soul. Hey everyone, I'm Lisa and I have spent many years transforming spaces, and today I'm giving you a masterclass on how to turn your house into a sanctuary. We're going to move away from the past trends and talk about being really intentional with our design. I am going to show you how to anchor your rooms so they don't feel floaty, how to use tactile textiles, that's a hard one, to lower your stress levels, and the simple secret of turning everyday clutter into intentional vignettes. Best of all, you don't need a massive budget or a degree in architecture. We're going to use what you already have and tweak the things that are working to make your home the home you've been dreaming of. By the end of this video, you'll have a high-end home that actually feels like you. Let's get started. Okay, this is, I think, by far my favorite one in all of these little tips for you. Very first, and I think the most important switch that you guys could make for yourselves at home. The number one mistake people make in a home or a room is lighting. Have you ever been sitting in your kitchen or your dining room or a family room, even your bathroom, and felt annoyed or not settled, kind of not at ease? Turn off your overhead light. The big light, as everybody's been calling it. The light that's in the center of your ceiling that illuminates the entire world. It's killing the mood. Shut her down. Unless there's a dimmer on it, different story, because then you get the mood set. But no. There's very limited times in one's life that you need that light on. And I could probably count them on my one hand. Performing surgery, puzzles, and paint by numbers. That's it. That's all. No more. But don't worry, there's a fix to this. It's called the rule of 3. Pretty much every single room in your house needs 3 lights. These are a floor lamp, a table lamp, and a small candle or some sort of accent light. That is it. Unless that overhead light is on a dimmer, get rid of it. Don't ever turn it on. This is something that I see all the time. A lot of people buy rugs that are too small for their space, like area rugs. We don't have any because of the cats. But a small rug makes your room look very choppy. But a large rug hugs all of that floating furniture and it just brings it all together into kind of one common area. Makes it feel more intentional. When you have an area rug in your space, be sure that every single piece of furniture in that dining room or in your living room, your bedroom sometimes, make sure that there is 2 feet of every single piece of furniture touching that rug. You want your couch, the 2 feet of your couch to touch the rug. Definitely your coffee table needs to be on that rug. A little chair, foot or feet need to be on the rug. It helps to define all of those different spaces in your home, especially if you have an open concept. Bigger rugs just make that room feel more expensive, more intentional, more well thought of, and very homey and cozy. If your room is beige, white, or gray, it might feel a little bit sterile. This is why monochromatic rooms fail. It's not the lack of color, it's just the lack of contrast. There's an easy fix. There's a 3-shade rule. And what's that, you ask? Most people pick to 1 neutral and then stop. Designers will pick 3. If your room is white, let's say, then you need 2 more neutrals. So you're going to need, bring in a tan color, charcoal color. Bringing in 2 more neutrals will help make the room feel like it has some character, like there's some depth, some texture. If you can't paint the walls, change the metals. If you have a white kitchen or a beige bathroom, swap the silver handles to matte black or antique brass. Keep the handles though if you're renting, because then you're going to put those old ones back on. It's the jewelry of the room that adds instant depth without a paintbrush. Here's another one. In a neutral room, natural wood. If everything is white or gray in a room, adding a raw wood stool or a set of wooden picture frames on the wall, it will help to really warm up the space. Now, I also have a secret, a black accent secret. Every professional room has a touch of a black accent somewhere in the room. It sounds scary, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a thin picture frame on the wall. It could also be a black lamp base or a hefty black flower pot or vase. It kind of acts as an anchor for the eye in the room. It makes the white look whiter and it'll make beige look warmer. It's a very easy fix and a very economical fix. I want to help you with things that you might find cluttered, like your coffee table, for instance. This is a super easy fix. There's a difference between clutter and decor, and it's all about grouping. Take all of those random items on your coffee table, whether it be the remote, the candle, the coasters, the little bowl of candies that you have on your table, I don't know, and group them all into one. Find maybe a fun coffee table book and put them all on the coffee table book. Let it look like you've actually made the choice in putting all those little guys together. This is that word I used earlier, vignette. This is a game changer for people that struggle with shelving or with their coffee table clutter. You want to have 3 different levels to that little grouping that you're doing on your coffee table. You want to have some height, whether it be the obvious candles, something horizontal, so like the stack of books or a book or 2,
as well as an object, so like coasters or some kind of trinket, heck, even the remote, and boom, clutter becomes intentional decor.
There is one myth that I need to just debunk. Everything needs to match. Who made that rule? When you buy furniture for your room, not every single piece of furniture needs to come in a set. You know, you don't have to have the same bedding material, wood on your nightstand as you do on your bed, as you do on your dresser. Get rid of that. Matching sets make your home feel more like you're walking into a big box furniture store and you're buying that whole set and bringing it home and plopping it in your living room. No different from your neighbors on both sides. They all have the same furniture. Everybody have the same furniture. It's not an individual style. If you love your coffee table, your side tables, maybe change one up. Take that side table to a bedroom and use it somewhere else in your room. I'm not saying to get rid of your stuff. And go find something that makes your heart happy beside you. Whether it be like a warm antique little nightstand from someone's old bedroom that you found at the thrift store and it just looks a treat. Bring in something that has a little bit more character than what you're gonna find in a catalog or at a department store. Is that even a thing anymore? That one mismatched piece of furniture makes that entire room look more curated. It looks like someone came in professionally and helped you decorate. Bottom line here is decorating isn't about having the perfect house. It's about having a house that actually works for you and is a reflection of you and your personality. If you start with these 3 things, the lighting, the area rug, and grouping that little bit of decor on your coffee table, your home will feel 100% more intentional by this weekend. You don't need a degree in design. You just need to trust your gut and have fun with your choices. Your home is not a museum. It is not a backdrop for pictures either. And it's not supposed to be like anybody else's. In this world that's constantly trying to sell us perfection and trends, the most rebellious and the most beautiful thing that you could possibly do for your space is to create a space that actually holds your life and your joys and everything that makes you smile. Simple as that. If there's a stack of books on your nightstand because you're a reader, put a little figurine on it and style it up, because that is you. That is what you love to do. If your kids' toys are bright and colorful, put them in a huge basket and let them pick out of this beautiful basket that you like to look at all the time and not all the toys everywhere else. Don't hide the evidence that you live there, but enjoy the evidence that you live there. I have spent many years learning design, and I can tell you now this for free: the best homes don't come with a big price tag. It's the ones where the owners finally give themselves permission to be their authentic selves. Have fun with your space. Enjoy your space. So leave me a comment and tell me which part of your home that you're hoping that you can elevate. And I'll be in the comments talking to everybody that chimes in. I'd love to hear from you. I want to give you a challenge for the next 72 hours, and don't worry, it's easy. Don't go out and buy anything either. Just pick one corner of your home, turn off that big light, bring in a lamp from another room, group 3 small objects on your coffee table on a little tray, and just sit there for a few minutes and just look around and enjoy it. Notice how the energy of that room changes when you treat it with intention rather than just utility. That feeling, that cozy, that make your heart happy feeling, that's what design's all about. I'm very excited you guys stopped by. Thank you so much for watching.
Also too, if you happen to be new to the channel or maybe have missed it, we've been working on a kitchen makeover. We've got 2 episodes that I'll put in the description of this video. You can check them out. We have been working on a project for the past little while for our one wall in our kitchen that we are very excited about, in between all of Mother Nature's fury. And the dumpings of snow. Mark's been in and out of the house working away on it, and pretty excited. We would love to have you subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so you know when we upload our next video. With that, you guys,
we shall see you in the next video. Bye guys.